Welcome back to the reality, guys. I'm your host, Billy Blanks, joined as always by my co-host, Brian.
What's going on, everybody?
We are back, guys. We said we weren't going to be, but we literally cannot help ourselves. We're back for 90 Day Fiancé the other way. This is the sickest, most most bad decisions you could fit into a 2-hour TV show. This is the show for you. We were introduced to three of the couples so far. Looks like we'll get introduced to a few more next week. We'll break them down couple by couple. But Brian, we're back. What are your thoughts on the premiere?
I thought it was good. I mean, this show's always really good. The beginning is great when you see how weird these people are, and I don't love seeing SARP and Shana again because I like to see new faces, but they are super weird and crazy and just cringe on all levels. So if it's more weird stuff, we're here for it.
Yeah, let's touch on them really quick first. Obviously, probably have the least to say about them because we have dealt with them before in the past. If you aren't familiar with him, he has admitted to sleeping between 2,500 and 3,000 women. Before we're like, okay, dude, we'll just take a zero off of it. But this guy's got like an actual notebook, a ledger that he keeps where he's marking X's like he's like an old pirate or something. And he showed it on the reunion. They showed the clip of it again in the flashback.
Yeah.
Um, that guy is a personal trainer who's very successful, but she's rightfully jealous because he probably cheats on her left and right. So he's not allowed to have female clients, which is 90% of his clientele. So now he's broke and she's moving there just as he's getting broke. I don't think this is going to work.
Yeah, so she had been there before and she went back because she wasn't working either. She's like an esthetician or something like that, and she can't practice over there. There was a whole big deal when in the last season when they were going around and like they showed the bed. You remember the bed clip? So
Yeah,
like
yeah,
watching
yeah.
that live was really funny. Just like he's like he keeps trinkets like Horcruxes almost like the old liquor bottle. Like he had like they didn't show it on this one, Bill, but he had liquor bottles last season of like he would keep ones that he drank with other women. It's just like it's
He's like, oh, I remember this tequila bottle.
yeah,
That was
exactly.
on
It's
July
so
8th.
weird.
What a party.
Yeah, he's a creeper. I mean, on all levels, and like it's she likes to be submissive. I think that's really what it comes down to. Like she likes being told what to do,
Yeah,
and that's
Brian,
why the relationship is
she's letting him design a nose.
yeah. Yeah, and he's I get behind there like he's like a sculptor of like you know how God made they say that God made humans out of clay like he's like back
Yeah,
there
that's
like
what he thinks
it's
he
just
is.
he looks so bad
Except instead of clay, he's got like silicone that he's just
yeah oh yeah
molding at all times.
yeah
Um, yeah, he's tried to break up with her multiple times. Like the writing's on the wall there. But these are one of those ones like Johan and what's her face, where like it makes they are just
yeah
like beyond abusive, and they'll just be back for a third season next season.
yeah because it's making them money, especially if he's not having any clients. He needs that money, I'm sure, to stay afloat.
Also, how would she even know if he still had the damn clients? Like, honestly, stupid.
Yeah, she's an idiot. I mean, it's a
Um,
theme on the show. We're gonna say that about it. Pretty much everybody.
all right, let's move on. Let's move on to Elevator Guy and Indonesian Wife. What are their names?
James and I think her
Tata.
real name is yeah, but that's her nick. It's like Mythalinda or something like
Yeah,
that.
we'll go with James
It's
and
Tata.
Tata.
Yeah,
So
Tata's way easier.
they started this off. They were framing it early as if she was the big issue, right? She's jealous. I feel like that's a lot of the guys and girls that we deal with on the other way. However, the more and more things like get to going, like one, I don't believe she's actually sick. I think she's homesick, and that's why none of the doctors are finding anything wrong with her. Indonesian doctors aren't going to know about some like Indonesian disease. Like, I don't buy that.
Yeah,
Uh,
I have that
but
written in too.
that being said, outside of that and just being homesick, I don't really think she's done anything that wrong. She's been there for a couple of years, right? Meanwhile, this loser with his Nintendo themed bedroom still is about to ditch his family business where there's literally probably like three of them that work there. And he doesn't want to tell them because he wants to keep collecting a paycheck until the last second. He knows his dad's just going to tell him to beat it. I got to train somebody else now. And like this dude, I'm dead up. I think right now he's my least favorite person on the show.
Yeah, he reminds me of I don't remember his name was like Jose or the remember the guy who was dating the Swedish chick in the beginning of the season we cover where he's like I'm
Oh
gonna go over
yeah.
eventually. It's like that. He's like I'm gonna go over in a month later, and she said it like I think your parents are gonna make you stay, and that's definitely what would happen here.
They're like,
Yeah,
we're gonna all lose our house, bro. And it's like, He
He is
knows that,
good.
and he's making a selfish decision, and he's framing it even with the stupid dog stuff, like
Yeah.
that.
They'll kill the dog.
Well, that's what I don't understand. Like, she should know this, right? And she's getting mad at him. She's like, "You've been doing research for weeks." It's like what he's trying to say is, it took me 15 seconds to Google to find out I cannot bring my dog over there right now. That they're literally just all domesticated at. I'm
Yeah.
probably gonna get us blocked on YouTube now because I used the K word 5 years ago. But like, they're gonna unalive that dog.
They're euthanizing, yeah. Um, yeah, yeah, and that this just goes back to kind of last night with Love Island, where they did that trailer preview for a commercial break, and you thought he was going to drop some real hard hitting stuff about their relationship, but here it's about a dog. So just got to remember that they know what they're doing with these cuts.
No, they're the whoever edits the commercial like previews are top of the business. Like
They
they
know what they're
keep you
doing.
through the commercial break.
They
Those
know what
people
they're doing.
are living in the wrong times, frankly. They should have been living back in the 90s when the ad dollars really mattered. You had to keep people on channels like free streaming. People would have made a lot of money.
Mhm.
Yeah, this one they don't have any way to make money.
Yeah, that's a theme I think here.
But this
All these couples so far is financial issues.
like self-imposed financial issues.
Yeah. Hmm.
Well,
Hmm.
actually, no, so I think we've met four people, Brian, because the next person I want to talk about is the
Oh, you're
midwife.
right. Four. Yeah, you're right.
Um,
It is four. It is four. You're right.
okay, so let's talk about Philly midwife and the Viking man.
Corona and Ingy.
Coolest names for sure. Corona's a cool name. Ingy
Hmm.
with a K.
Hmm.
All right, so this is my vibe on them. Like, I think she's like self-imposed gaslighting herself in a lot of ways in this relationship. He doesn't seem like I can be proven wrong here. He doesn't seem demanding. He doesn't seem like he's pushing a timeline. He's just basically probably said like, "Well, I'm not going to leave my business in Iceland. Like that's not feasible." And so she's taken that and goes, "I'm going to drop my entire life and goals and dreams to move there with him." And then thank God for the transsexual friends she had who could like ask the normal questions like, have you asked about marriage? Have you asked about like, are you the only person he's dating? Like, you didn't ask that question?
Yeah, and the family too. I thought the family was even better with just
Oh,
the.
come on,
They
parents.
were so funny. Like, have they seen you mad yet?
Do you know if he is a on a serial unaliver?
You're right. Uh,
Like the how many black people are in Iceland is a
yeah,
valid question.
they were great. Like, they need to that needs to be the real pillow talk. People, we don't need enablers that are already like products of the show who we already know are crazy. They need to have these like normal people like this family asking the hard hitting questions and commentary because that's more funny to me as a normal person.
The
But this
word
bill,
Brian's looking for it. Hypocrites. You hypocrites on
yes,
Pillow Talk who
yes,
watch this show and actually have the gall to crap on other people.
yeah, right, exactly. So this couple reminds me of the South African couple from last season with the chick with the long hair, where she's like giving up
Where
all this
his
work and
house
then
is getting robbed.
he can't leave his job. I mean, it's not like totally similar, but now that I'm sitting here doing this with you, I'm remembering these things. I'm like, they really know how to pick these people where it like fits right into like a category of how the couples are getting.
There are probably thousands of couples a year that make things like this work in a stable planning way, right? And then
Yeah.
we get these people, and that I don't want the stable. I want the people that
Oh
are
no, definitely
literally
not.
going to ruin their entire family's business over like wanting to collect 3 more weeks of a paycheck. You know, like
Yeah.
we're gonna move on to the next guy right now, the retired HVAC sales guy and the Chinese beauty queen.
Josh and Lily.
Man, this guy, he might be the least sympathetic character of all time. He gets to just retire at 47 and move to China and just be a house husband. And I don't want to
Yeah.
hear any of his confessionals, frankly. Yeah, she might dump you at some point, bro, but like until then, enjoy the ride.
Yeah, but I mean, he wants to work, but I guess the rules in China are strict where you can't. Like 5 years is a long time.
It's not going to work, dude. She's not
Yeah,
going
that's
to
a
deal with him
long
for
time.
5. He's not going to be allowed to buy anything.
Yeah, yeah, and looks based off the previews, it looks like they're going to be arguing. But like, I was ready for this guy to be like a toy man with the amount of like him like racing cars and stuff
Oh
like that. I
God,
was
the
like,
weirdo Lego intro.
Yeah, like he honestly, if he wants to make some money, he should do that stuff on YouTube. There's a ton of Lego. Like you love Legos, but like there's people on another level of Lego people. Like
Yeah.
people would watch that stuff. You can make, but it's again, I don't know the rules over in China. Like we make these videos here, we can do that. I don't know, but the rules are
I mean, how
strict
much
over
money does
here.
she have though, dude? She had an elevator in that house.
I would say she's loaded.
Yeah, so I think she's just not going to want to be spending her money. I don't think she's going to go poor from him. I think she's just going to quickly realize she's got a 47-year-old white dude from
Yeah,
America just chilling in her house.
and he did say like we don't need to live in a big house. So I'm trying to be a devil's advocate here where he's not like
Yeah.
demanding how some people come across like the Indian couple and the white girl was like I need my own like floor on the house. You know what I mean? Like just like
Kind of took that a different way, though. I think he could have been very adamant. I think she
he
said
could
no,
have.
no. He
He
was like,
could
all
have.
right, cool. Yeah, you want to buy the villa?
Of course.
Like,
Just
I don't
just
think
want to
he
play the
was.
other side. I just want to play the other side just for conversation purposes.
No, no, no. I get it, but I do think that this guy, he's not, he's saying all the right things, right? But I want to
Yeah.
see next week specifically too, like the dinner. I want to see if it's her being just like cheap, or was he there ordering like shots and stuff
Yeah,
like
if he's
like
like
I want to keep
balling
it
out.
chill.
Or
Yeah.
is it the brother who's balling out? You know what I mean? Like it could be the
And then
brother.
that would be a little crappy. Like if that's how she's getting, it's like the brother's visiting. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
that. So again, the context is going to matter a lot. And thankfully for this show, they give you a crap ton of episodes in context. So we're gonna
I,
see it.
I want to say one thing. We
Yeah.
didn't see this couple yet, but that one, I think I'm assuming it's a lesbian couple where she's eating butter.
The butter.
That is insane. There was somebody who used to live in my neighborhood who would eat sticks of butter like that when I was a kid, and just heard like doing that in public. I'm assuming they're in like England or France or like
They're in Paris.
Paris. Man, that is weirdo stuff.
I can't wait. I love this
Capital
show.
W.
And
Capital W. Weird.
and we're gonna do our best to keep up weekly on this one. It'll probably work out better that Love Island and stuff will teeter out in a few weeks, pre-Olympics and stuff, and open up our stuff. We do Bachelorette on Monday evenings in the summer, starting 2 weeks from now. So expect to see these ones more than likely Tuesday evenings, guys. So unless there's like thousands of you watching this, usually not for TLC. But if there's a big audience for it, then we'll look to prioritize it for you guys. So let us know what you think. Let us know if you think any of these couples have a shot. Let us know who they remind you of. And
Yeah.
like I said, Brian and I will be back with the Butter Queens and the rest of them next week. Um, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, all three reality guys. Everyone have a happy 4th of July for myself and Brian. Peace.